Oregon, 1903. A quiet valley town surrounded by pine and fog. Population, 312. The kind of place where the church bell tolled the time and secrets stayed buried. That winter, a man named Sheriff William Lang received a letter. It was unsigned. The message was short. Two people living as man and wife are brother and sister. They are twins. The sheriff didn't act at first. Rumors were common, and Oregon had its share of strange families. But 3 days later, he saw them himself, standing side by side in the Sunday congregation. They looked identical. Same pale hair, same dark eyes, the same quiet stillness. The townspeople called them Samuel and Sarah Vane, and no one seemed to know where they came from. The Vanes had arrived in Oregon the previous spring. They purchased a small farmhouse near the edge of the forest. They worked hard, paid in cash, and spoke little. Neighbors noticed their manner, polite but distant. They always addressed each other formally, never by name. At first, the townsfolk assumed they were newlyweds escaping the chaos of the East. But whispers began. The way they moved in perfect rhythm. How they would sometimes stop talking mid-sentence, as if hearing each other's thoughts. And one doctor, summoned after Sarah's brief illness, remarked that their blood type was identical. A rarity at the time. Then came the birth. A child in December 1903. Born at home, no midwife, no doctor, only the sheriff's records confirm it. One infant male, no name registered. The story might have vanished there if not for the flood of 1921. The Vane farmhouse was destroyed. Inside the debris, searchers found a water-damaged trunk. Among the items, a Bible. Handwritten notes filled its margins, not prayers, but genealogy. It traced the Vane family line backward to 1867. Two names appeared repeatedly, Samuel and Sarah. Generation after generation, the same pair. Each entry dated roughly 25 years apart. Each time, a new location: Iowa, Missouri, Montana, Oregon. The implication was impossible, unless the same bloodline had preserved itself through the twins, again and again. By 1936, the property had long been abandoned. Children dared each other to approach the ruined house. That year, a surveyor found something half buried behind the foundation. Small stone markers arranged in pairs. The engravings were faint. SV and SV on each. No dates, no explanation. Locals began calling it the Twin Ground. They claimed on certain nights the air near the old farmhouse grew unnaturally still and the forest went quiet. One logger swore he saw two pale figures watching him from the tree line. He quit the next day. Part 5. The Letters of Dr. Hale. In 1949, a historian named Dr. Benjamin Hale uncovered correspondence from a physician who had treated the Vanes. The doctor's notes were clinical but uneasy. He wrote, "They possess a bond I cannot describe. When I treat one, the other reacts. Their pulses synchronize. And when Sarah was ill, Samuel's temperature rose identically." The final entry read, "Sarah is with child again. I advised rest." Samuel simply smiled and said, "She cannot rest. We are the same." After that, no more letters. No trace of the Vanes was ever found again. Modern genealogists claim that several families in northern Oregon share an unusual genetic marker, an inherited mirror twin trait found in less than 0.01% of the population. Some researchers quietly connect it to the Vane name. Others dismiss it as coincidence. But one local archivist made an observation that chills even skeptics. In the church records, each generation of this family produced twins. Always a boy and a girl. Always named from the same letters, S and S. And each pair vanished after their 30th year. Perhaps the Vanes were just fugitives, hiding from a scandal no one understood. Perhaps the Dynasty was nothing more than small-town paranoia. Or, perhaps, Within the quiet corners of Oregon's mountains, a bloodline still continues, repeating itself generation after generation, bound by a secret older than law or faith. When you look at their photographs, faint, faded, eyes identical, you might feel what the sheriff felt that winter in 1903, not fear, not disgust, but the haunting sense that nature itself can sometimes look back at you and smile.